Hey you guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be looking at the French movie Raw. And this is written and directed by Julia Dracnano. And this movie was originally received a NC-17 rating, but it was dropped down to R, and it was for violence. And after doing some reading about this movie and some other people's reviews, I have a feeling that this movie was overhyped a little bit. And there were stories in the IMDb trivia about people fainting during the movie or vomiting or walking out of the theater. Luckily, I wasn't one of those people that saw all the hype. That I don't necessarily always believe all the fainting and vomiting stories. While this is a disturbing movie with some disturbing scenes, I really didn't find it to be that bad. So this movie is about a young woman that leaves home to go to vet school. And her parents are vegetarians, and so she's a vegetarian. And both of her parents attended this vet school, and her older sister is already attending this vet school. She gets a roommate who is a gay guy, and she becomes friends with him. He's pretty much her only friend. And a large part of the movie is it takes place during rush week, which they initiate all of the freshmen or new students to the school. So that's a big part of this movie. And part of the hazing was everyone had to eat like a rabbit liver or something like that. And after the main character feels obligated to eat this rabbit organ, she breaks out in an awful rash, and slowly but surely she starts to realize she has a taste for flesh. So the good things about this movie is they did do a good job at making this movie feel uncomfortable to watch the whole movie. And while that might not be good to some people, I just enjoy a movie experience where it makes you feel, at least something. And this one was definitely unsettling, and it felt uncomfortable to watch pretty much the whole way through the movie. And it is full of interesting scenes. There are some pretty unique and odd things that go on in this movie. And there is one scene where the main character is struggling with her new changes and realizations about herself, and she's kind of having a fit under the sheets of her bed, and they have the camera under the bed, and I thought it was well acted and a pretty cool scene. And I read that the director wanted the lead actress to watch the withdrawal scene from Trainspotting, so I thought that was interesting. So this movie does have good acting. I thought everybody in the movie played their parts well. For stuff that wasn't so great about this movie, if you have heard any of the hype about this movie, you might be let down. I really don't think it's gonna really shock like your hardcore horror fan. They definitely put scenes in here purely to disturb the audience. There's, you're gonna get some guy-on-guy action, small amounts of it. There's a scene where the sister's like literally digging crap out of a cow. And it's real. They do a dissection on a dog. They put a feeding tube down a horse's mouth. There's a scene where the sisters try to pee standing up. I mean, it's just full of stuff like that. And like, if you're not used to seeing like off-putting things in movies, this probably really would disturb you. And if you have an issue with watching stuff with animals, well, they are at vet school, and I'm sure these things gotta happen for the good of animals. But if you're easily offended by animal stuff in movies, then you're probably not going to want to watch this. Okay, so my final thoughts about this movie. It is a disturbing and unsettling movie to watch, but I really don't feel like there's anything all that special about this movie. It's just alright for this genre. But at the same time, it's not for the faint of heart. Like, if you're not used to watching this kind of stuff, like, I don't think you're gonna want to watch this. So I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10. Well, it is a decent gross out movie with a serious tone. It's just not, you're not gonna see anything incredible here. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. If you've seen it, please comment with your thoughts below. Alright, you guys, I'll see you on the next one.